Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. Just a couple of things to report to you. And I haven't talked about it yet, but I want to get your thoughts on it as well. Now, this one isn't available for pre-order yet. Now, madly enough, I'd be interested in this. Retro Collection, I didn't get the last two waves that are available. The second Ahsoka wave and the Book of Boba Fett wave, no. But I will be talking about that again in another video because I did actually buy a couple of figures from those two waves to open, ironically enough, and also just the one to keep carded. But I'll, talk about that another time. But for now, this is what was announced, or shown at least, and it's not available for pre-order yet. And also, this Jango Fett, that is available for pre-order at the time of making this video. But actually, I'm not sure I'm going to do it, man. I've got my thoughts on this Jango Fett. I was also trying to get to the bottom of why is this a deluxe pack? It's pathetic. All you get is, from what I can see, I'll talk about the figure in a minute, but the flame there, so what? I can't. Maybe I'm getting more cynical now. I just can't be bothered to spend it. Why is this costing me £5 or whatever more than it would a normal carded figure? It's disgusting. I'm not going to buy it, I'm going to sit back on this one and I'm just going to get it eventually, no doubt, but I'm not pre-ordering this yet. Because I think it's disgusting. What are they playing at? I mean, I didn't think about this yesterday. I saw the figure and I've got my own thoughts on the figure. But it's just hitting me now. This is just a joke. I might even sit back and see if they card him. They probably won't because there is a carded Jango Fett. Why would they single card him again? They're pumping out a new figure in this new format, but they're just trying to get more money. So I feel stupid for just mentioning that now when it's blatantly obvious. But still, there's some certain items I will get because I really, really want them. But that brings me to this guy, and I was really looking forward to seeing what they were going to do with Jango Fett. And I'm not impressed. Let's have a look at this face. Now, my first impression of the figure was they botched it, man. It's average. I was really expecting a Jango Fett facial sculpt to kick ass. Now, much as I have praised them for doing a really good Tamora Morrison head sculpt for the older clone, and I've been bigging up the likes of, what do you call that, Cult and all of those guys. But that, all it looks to me that they have done with this is whack it on again and give it Jango armor. They needed to make him really stand out and be just like Tem Morrison looked in Attack of the Clones. I mean, I couldn't even really see the scarring that he has in that movie. There is a little bit of something there under his right eye. It's on our left. I don't know, man. I am not convinced with that. It looks really clean. I think from what I know, it is not a removable helmet. It's a swappable head. Just something I saw. I'm just on Yak Face's. He's not called Yak Face. He's called Jason from Yak Face, but he does look like Yak Face. Don't you agree? It is a nice looking figure, I suppose. It looks like the best Jango Fett we'll have or we've had. But I don't know, man. There's people talking. I don't really know much about the aesthetics of Jango Fett, but people were complaining about that helmet that there's supposed to be a double stripe on it or something. And rightly so. People have also made the comment, why hasn't he got two backpacks? If you're paying all that money, I think it's ridiculous. And so there it is. If I go on Daniel Chart's WhatsApp here, thanks Daniel for letting me know that these were released. This was the first thing I saw when I got in from work yesterday, but I didn't make a video on it because I had other things planned. But again, here is the Phantom Menace line. Now this did actually have me on the hook a little bit because I've got a lovely carded display now with multiple variants of TVC Phantom Menace characters, and I like slotting Retro Collection in with that. Retro collection floats my carded collection boat. I certainly wouldn't want these figures loose. Stay tuned, because I've got a delivery from Star Action Figures coming soon, and some of those are retro collection figures to open, which is just, I'm not going into it now, but you'll find out why. But, you know, I don't have the money to buy all of those Ahsoka figures in the Book of Boba Fett, and I certainly don't have the space, so I opted out of that. But this I would be interested in, and I know from that display box that the figures inside, they will be unpunched as well, which will be kind of nice. So I am interested in that. I don't know, around about the time they brought out the first wave of the retro collection, I walked into a comic shop and I saw some reaction figures, and it was then that it pinged in my brain. I thought, wow, this is what Hasbro could do. They could go wild. They could do stuff for Phantom Menace. I immediately thought of Phantom Menace for some reason, probably because that is the oldest of all the newer films, should we say, the prequels. It's the oldest prequel and stuff. And it's taken them this long to get round to doing this anyway. Now, these figures, I have absolutely no interest in having these loose. No chance. The nicest looking figure for me is Qui-Gon, just because of the robe. I'm very interested to see the design, the take on them. But it's getting very murky, because a lot of these figures look like the ones that came out in 1999 in a way. They've got that kind of Kenner gloss to them. But I'll tell you one thing I am interested in. This Queen Amidala here, I would love to see the card back they put that on. And man, you know, the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace is around the corner. It would be interesting to see if they do something for TVC. But they've already got a Queen Amidala for TVC. Why would they have another queen? So again, I'm so conflicted with the retro collection. Part of me is pulled in. The other part of me is thinking, save your money. You know what I mean? There's Obi-Wan there. They'll no doubt put that on that card back from TVC, which was, as a carded collector, appealing, because I could put them together on my wall. There's Maul. Oh, I think he definitely deserved a robe, don't you? What do you think of this, ladies and gentlemen? Is it all nonsense? I just don't know, man. Plus, it's not available for pre-order, so I'm not going there yet. Oh, this figure here, this battle droid, that looks just like a few battle droids we've had of late. Do you remember the 5POA line from the Saga Legends, I think it was? And they had a few double action figure sets, and there was a terrible battle droid in that was 5POA, if that. It might have even been less. And it looks just like this. It's funny. That's the one figure that I'm not interested in. Only carded, but the best out of these, I'd say, is Qui-Gon. I just kind of like that. It works. You know what I mean? I think when I first saw the Phantom Menace, seeing Qui-Gon Jinn gave me nostalgic vibes, probably because he was older than Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was younger. The beard, the hair, the cloak, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Obi-Wan in himself, Qui-Gon Jinn. But there you are. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know your thoughts. Yeah, there's not much more I can say. Over to you. Take to the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think. And I look forward to hearing back from you. This has been Only One Kenobi, Only One. Out.